folks playing old school D&D. We have a very large and in charge round table where we're going to roll some dice, pull that trigger, and get it done. Starting off with legendary player Big Benny.
Hi.
I have to because Nick's not here.
I see. Okay, great.
Being played by James Ward. Next to him, we have Lieutenant Mike Espinosa as CJ Correa. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How is everybody? How is all the soccer fans?
Do we have a lot of those around here?
Probably not. I'm not one myself.
When you're just hanging and banging, do you call it soccer or do you call it football?
Golf.
Call it golf.
Because he's in the Air Force, dang it.
Oh my God. Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer being played by Michael Rothman.
Howdy, howdy. I'd like to say I'm not impressed with Whataburger, so all the haters out there, hi there. How you doing?
We have Bren Villanueva being played by Billy Knapp.
Hey, guys.
Lieutenant Rick James being played by J.R. Hanley, author of The Reservist.
Good afternoon.
And last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Crowley being played by J-Mac.
Hey, how's it going?
Evil buffering, bad job. Yeah, I know. There's some like crazy going on today, but we'll try and get through it as best we can. My side's saying everything's green, so we're just going to push through. And yeah, Knight of Barsoom saying it's Biden's fault.
On that, I'll agree.
We're just going to push through and see what trouble we can get into. So when we last left our intrepid heroes, you guys had found your way down into the keep. Leo Vicarious, everything will be fine. I'm here now. And, of course, our own J.R. Hanley saying, all hail Airman Benny. When last we left our intrepid heroes, you guys made your way down underneath the keep that you had been sent to clear by the Rangers of the Broken Teeth. You found a deep dive into an underground grotto that seemed to be the entrance to a boat launch that some pirates were using after boarding the ship, and a quick battle with some of the hands on deck. You guys discovered that there were actually two groups on the ship. Hey, Leo Vicarious, just subscribing to Tier 1 for 5 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's nice. Well done.
Huzzah!
And now I'm being distracted because Sanokin is saying Whataburger is on par with White Castle, straight trash. You guys found that there were two groups on the ship. There were the groups that you were fighting in the keep that was using the ship as transport, and then the deckhands were actually the owners of the ship, and they were doing their best to stay out of things. After discovering a witch underneath the hold of the ship, you guys went down, shot up a bunch of her minions, and then took her out. You were on the ship, and you had decided to go back to the keep and finish clearing it out so that you could discover whatever was left and make sure that the fort was clear so that the Rangers could continue trade up and down that coast. Anybody want to do anything real quick? Reload, rehydrate, plug any holes you might have before you jump back into the skiff and go into the keep again?
I'm assuming I'm all healed up, and I guess when we climb the stairs to the castle or to the fortress, I'll refill my flasks. So I have 5, flaming flasks ready for me.
Right on. All right.
Is there still stuff in that barrel?
Yeah, that was a huge barrel.
Oh yeah, you had tons of barrels.
Okay, I'll
Just
do 5
ignore
as
it.
well.
There's nothing in there, JR. Is there any magical cure that you've just given me so my arm works? No?
No, no.
Had to ask.
That's
Yeah,
irritating.
yeah.
So is his arm numb or like just limp at his side,
It's
or
just, it's like dead. Like if you touch it, he jumps because it. What do you call it? It has. You probably suspect there's a bunch of nerve damage going on. It's painful to the touch, but if he what do you call it? If he has it taped up to him, it's not so bad.
so does anybody on the ship have one of those funky red vials of liquid that smells like Damatap or whatever?
No.
There's always that yellow potion he hasn't drunk yet.
We have a green one too, right?
So if we contemplate really hard on the yellow,
You decide on the yellow. Guys, we're having some. We have a ton of audio, but our screen is blank over on Twitch. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna cut this and then reload. We'll be right back. We should play a commercial. We should have commercials. Yeah, they'll eventually see it. So yeah, we have our friend Lieutenant Rick James, who has decided to drink a yellow potion. And how about it, J Mac? Is the video actually showing on Twitch right now?
Yeah, it's still doing this slideshow thing. I don't know. It's probably something on your end, but like just the connection.
Filthy no
I
good
don't
sound
know if you
source.
can fix it.
Um,
Bummer, dude.
yeah, you ain't lying.
We look fine in StreamYard.
Yeah, we look fine here, but
Well, as fine as we can look.
yeah, Sparky6868 saying, I wonder if it's Streamlab. Could be OBS that's being. I don't know what you're talking about probiotics there, Jr.
I rebooted just to see what happens, and now I've got probiotic commercial playing on my Twitch channel.
That's because you're not a subscriber. Okay, so you guys have Captain Kugosha said the same thing. You guys decide to have JR drink the yellow potion. Do you do it?
I'm
That
gonna
was
drink it.
JR's call.
Oh, he chose that himself.
Yeah, that's. I'm not
I'm a
thinking any
lieutenant
of
leading the way.
All right. So
I've got a map and a compass, and everything will be okay.
he pops that potion. So he drinks down the liquid. You know, it's got a weird taste to it, but you know, not too bad. Definitely not pineapple on pizza, because as we learned today, that will eat you back. And there is a sensation of there's a sensation of like tingling, and you feel like all of the weight that you've been carrying kind of gets light. You guys standing on the deck have that reaction like, oh crap, as the lieutenant starts becoming translucent, almost ghostly.
Guess
Cool.
what? Your arm didn't get cured.
Who you gonna call?
So if anybody attempts to touch him, your arm actually passes through him.
Gross.
Why are you guys all looking at me funny, guys? What's going on?
Should we
Sergeant
tell him?
Benny said it would be okay.
So,
It's fine, JR. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think we should tell him.
where do you go from here? Do you decide to hit the castle, or do you remain on deck just poking Jr.?
No, we want to hit the castle. Come on, JR, get in the boat.
Can I walk on the boat, or do I walk through it, or
How do you attempt to climb down?
the same way they would down the rope ladder?
We could use a fan and like kind of blow him in that direction.
Wow.
You have a you try to climb over the rail. Give me a dexterity check, and have the have the what do you call it? Have it at a -2.
Does that include -2 with my +1, which is the BHB bonus?
No. Doesn't. Nope. Nice
Okay.
try.
I got a 13. I needed a 13. No, he said -1.
-2.
No, you said
I did not
-2.
make it. I did not make it.
Okay, so Jr. attempts to like grab onto the outer side because he's only got the one arm. So he's reaching for the gun rail and trying to hoist his foot over when he passes through the wall of the boat, but does not fall directly. He's just kind of hovering a few feet in the air.
Can I like put him in a sack and like put his essence in a sack and carry him along?
I don't think so.
You try and put him in like a backpack or something like that.
Yeah. Just like, does that work at all?
The backpack passes through him.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to see if I can continue moving towards where they're going and just trust they're going to catch up. Because if I'm floating, maybe I can sort of like doggy paddle in the air or something.
Okay, so as you turn back toward you see this Air Force lieutenant just doing.
Well, no. One arm, because the other arm doesn't work.
Doing his best.
Lord Dalius, just want to say thanks for the subscription, man. 4 months with Prime, cool deal.
Woo!
So he starts doggy paddling in the air, and he's actually moving toward the grotto that you guys left.
Okay.
Hey, airborne.
Look at that. A lieutenant figured something out.
All right, let's start rowing.
Does this give me my jump wings?
No. It's funny because in the real world, our friend Archangel might have had something to do with the Air Force, and right now he's like, "What are you disparaging my beloved Corps for?"
Oh no! I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I know what I'm about.
Okay, so
Cable.
Yeah, you guys start moving forward toward the grotto. JR is doggy paddling in the air, which is just a visual I just can't let go of. You make it all the way to the grotto. He phases through the wall because he hasn't dropped yet. And when you guys are climbing up onto the grotto, he kind of settles to where you guys are.
Is he materializing, or is he just kind of like slowly just drifting down towards us?
Slowly drifting down.
Okay.
This will be great when we come to doors. He can put his head right through the door.
I did see that show. I think I saw it on Casper once.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice too.
There you go.
All right. So you get to the grotto. You climb up to where you were attacked previously, and then I assume you guys move under into the keep.
Well, I nominate JR as point since he seems to be kind of impervious to a physical attack at the moment.
I shall lead from the front.
And we do keep in mind the traps that our engineer set up.
Well, he's kind of immune to those too. So yeah, we just hop over the little tripwires and whatnot. Actually, I think the tripwire was already triggered by one of the guys we fought, wasn't it?
Yes.
But we have a secure rear because we have the Captain Powers staying on the pirate ship to get things ready for us.
Did you just say we have a secure rear?
I heard that too. Like, thank you.
It's under lock.
I'm speaking Air Force, okay? I'm trying really hard to channel my inner airman.
Yeah, that's not going to work well for you. All right, so you get to the underside of the grotto to where the castle entrance begins. There is a lot of dead of these raiders that you guys faced before. And
What a surprise!
yeah, they're just the fires have finally burned out, so you guys have a clear path.
Did we ever search those guys to see if they have anything on them?
No, did you want to?
Yeah.
I mean, we cut their Benny cut their head off and took their ears.
Well, I think there were some behind a wall of
Not
fire that
not
we couldn't
the
reach.
yeah, not the one on the stairs. I haven't grabbed his stuff yet.
Yet.
Does any of them have like more of the good stuff, the good red or blue or whatever liquids?
By stuff, Benny means ears.
Yeah.
Not that you can see. So the ones that you get to, there is like pouches where they have rations like beef jerky, stuff like that. Some of them are carrying skins of water. They have obviously these wolf pelts sewn onto what looks like hardbacked armor covered in leather. And then they have they're all carrying what looks like horseman bows, very reminiscent of the kinds that like the Mongolians would use, so like the big real curves with the long limbs at the end, but they're very short, so they could be used in tight quarters.
Okay.
I suggest you take some of those small bows and carry them. You never know. I would grab them, but I see right through the
Yeah, I'll grab a bow for myself, and I assume there's a quiver of arrows and whatnot.
Yeah, they have
somewhere?
several quivers.
Okay, so
Can someone carry
I'll load
mine?
up.
I can't touch it.
All right, so you guys pick up the a couple of bows. Are you taking one each, or are you? Because there's enough of these archers here that you guys beat up the last time in order to pick up.
No bow for me.
All right, yeah, the dagger guys aren't probably going to get them just because of the fact that they're
dagger guys.
Yeah.
So I'll take one for myself. And Jr., are you a bow type?
I'm going to need to have something. I might run out of bullets.
Okay.
Yeah, especially since you keep rolling a 1 and blowing through your ammo.
Clearly, I need paladin dice.
Yeah. I actually sent Nick some new dice. Nick, for those who aren't in the chat, is taking a break today because he's under deadline. So he's doing the amazing writing, and then we're going to get into it. You're welcome, Knight of Barsoom. So we're you guys get into the entryway of the stairs, start moving up, and the stairs is a spiral. That brings you back up into the center of the castle, and then you see several of these like raiders on the stairs, all broken up and burned from Michael's trap that he put there last time.
Well, bottles don't burn. We'll check them out.
All right.
They could boil.
So yeah, they have there's pretty much the same stuff, except these guys are carrying small swords.
Yeah.
So
I prefer my Hebrew hammer. So.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull because I grabbed one of the small swords from the guy on the ship, and it was on my person when I went wraith form or whatever we're calling this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna unsheath it and try to stab them and see what happens.
it passes through them.
Okay, then I'll resheath my sword.
Gotcha.
So you're the perfect point and reconnaissance guy.
I'll take two.
Would the same apply to my pistol? How many rounds do I have? Is it enough to check? Yes, it is.
Well,
I'm going to pull my pistol and shoot the dead body.
Well,
and see
actually,
what happens.
hold on. Try to hand me the pistol, and if it goes through my hand, or I can't touch it, then your bullets aren't going to do squat. So don't bother wasting.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to see if handing off the pistol makes anything happen.
Can I touch his pistol or do anything with his pistol?
Do you let it go?
Oh, I wish Nick were here.
Whoa!
Secure
family-friendly
rears
show.
and touching pistols.
All right. So do you let it go, or do you just hand it to him?
I
Or
hand
try
it to him, but I don't release my grip. I want to see if he can touch it.
He can't touch it.
So since you said that, I'm going to pull the pocket knife I had on me and hand that to him and let it go to see if I let go of it, if it retains its form.
All right. When you let it go, it passes through his hand, but once it goes for a small distance, when it hits by the time it hits the floor, it becomes corporeal again. It becomes physical.
Okay. Grab that for me. I'll need it later.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
I'm
pick up his knife.
grabbing. I'm grabbing 2 of the short swords.
Okay. All right. So you guys enter.
All right, I'm ready to take point if you guys are all good to go.
Yep.
Do it.
Ooh.
All right.
Wow. We just had some weirdness go on. There's some freakiness going on in the net today. So we have you guys move up the stairs, and you get back into the room you were in originally. There's a you guys had gone through, like, there was a depressed plate on the floor, right? And the plate opened and moved, and then you were able to go into the stairs. That plate is still open, so you guys enter back into that storeroom again.
And refill our flasks with good stuff.
All right, so you guys fill a bunch of flasks with the flammable oil that's in those barrels that you found the last time. Captain Kilgosha in the chat is saying this is Nick's fault.
There we go.
Yeah, and Leo Vicarius is saying that Twitch is being twitchy.
Maybe Skynet is taking over.
Oh God, yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that in our lives.
Okay. So exits from this room.
You have the one exit that was originally trapped that in the first episode of this, JR was trying to smash through with his magic.
And what direction is that exit in?
West.
Yeah, that exit is to the west.
All right, I'm going to walk through the wall and see that they don't walk into a trap.
There's a big hole in the wall that the Master Sergeant and a bunch of the other guys dug through. So if you want, you can just stick your head through.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
and if I recall correctly, to the south is the hallway that we did not explore.
Correct. So,
sounds like a hall to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go out into the hall then and see. And I'm, of course, relaying everything I'm seeing back to them as I go.
Okay. There's just the bodies of the men that you took out last time. There is, let's see. There is, you guys have, what do you call it? The hearth still burning, bunch of overturned tables. So, yeah. There's basically the room that you were in before.
So is that hallway to the south? I mean, it looks like there's a door entering, to some large room we have not explored yet. To the east, is that true? Or
so there's a door right here.
Okay.
Down this hallway. Right. There is the door right here. You know that's a storeroom that was open before. And then there's the door here where you guys had attacked all the wolves, the wolf raiders, and the werewolf dude, who you guys left outside after you smoked him. So you have a door here down this hallway. Then of course you have the door outside, and then the door that brought you into the hearth room.
Well, we know the door on the southeast, looking north southeast. We know that one can't go anywhere, at least in theory, because we know the perimeter of the exterior fortress. So that's likely a standalone. So I suggest we clear that first.
Yep. Point.
All right, so you're going in here?
The one, yes, sir, that goes to the right of that.
You're talking here?
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay, so JR, the lieutenant, floats that way, and as he goes to move through the door stops him in his tracks.
Oh, okay.
Is he becoming corporeal?
He hits his face in the door.
That's going to leave a mark. All right, I'm going to try to reach out and touch the doorknob and see if I can actually touch anything yet.
Oh yeah, you can touch everything. You still feel a little weird and tingly, but yeah, you can touch stuff.
All right, we're off.
All right, and am I feeling my arm yet, or is it still dead?
It's still dead.
Damn. Well, it was cool while it lasted. I'll get my knife back then. Aloysius.
I hand it back to him, and I note we have another potion.
We do. Do we want to use it to investigate?
It has my vote. Suck her down, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna drink it down.
Oh, all right. So you're drinking the green one?
No, we've got another yellow one. We had 2 yellows.
No. We had a
two
yellow one
reds.
and a green
Yellow
one.
and a green.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. So you're putting in the green one?
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. This might help us.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Jr. Give me a saving throw.
There it is.
What's he saving? What's he saving against?
It's just a saving. It's just a single saving throw. It's right in the front of the sheet.
But death magic or
Against turning into
spell?
a death lich or something. Yeah.
Well, let's hope not.
1.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
Lord
Lieutenant
Dalius.
Riggshaven, we knew thee well.
Lord
That could've
Dalius
gone
is
better.
saying rim shot. So the you suck that down. He immediately starts turning pale as the liquid starts working its way through. He Jr. You get this weird like taste in your mouth, almost like dirt or wet earth. Wilbur, you start getting that weird sensation that you get right before those whispers, and then they start in earnest. Tons of whispering, tons of. It sounds like 20 voices all whispering to you at once.
I stare at Jr. and see if I can make anything of what his symptoms or his looks or I just stare and think about my growing power.
All right. You get a sense of almost JR's thoughts as he gets this really weird sensation in his stomach, almost like he's going to throw up. It's almost like you're hearing background thoughts or emotions from him. Scared, nervous. Damn, I didn't get that promotion. That kind of
Really
deal.
has to pee.
Really has to pee, especially after all the potions he's been drinking. So you guys,
I'm thinking about giving him the Heimlich.
it's not going to help. So he his shirt tears, and you see what looks like a branch or a vine come from his skin.
Cool.
Awesome.
This goes on for a period of about 30 seconds as vines, branches, leaves, all sorts of plant matter rip its way from his body and wrap him into wrap around him, almost like plants are erupting from him and trying to swallow him. When he's done, he kind of looks like DC's Swamp Thing. He's approximately 7 feet tall, wrapped in vines and leaves and plant matter. It's torn through his clothing, and the only thing he has left is the plate carrier that he was wearing.
The LTM Groot.
Yeah, really.
But does his arm work?
His arm does. Yes, his arm does work now.
Hooray!
All
So we
right.
solved
What's
some
the problem?
things and not the others.
See, I told you.
All right. Well, now can I push through the door? Do I have control of my limbs?
You do, but when you push through the door, you actually push it off its hinges.
I'm
All
okay
right,
with that.
so we should have an adjustment to his base stats, I assume.
Right now he is very strong. Very, very
All right.
strong.
Very
This
precise
won't last
adjustments.
forever. So let's hurry and use the strength while we can.
Right. All right,
You
point.
hope
Do
it
your
won't.
point things.
All right, so
I
you
push
walk.
the door off its end.
Yep. Do you pull it out?
Yep.
All right. Inside, you got a small room, approximately 10, 15 feet wide. It's a bunk room, so there are 3 bunk beds crammed in here. Very little space to move. There's a single small table, and you guys have the entire array of all the bunk beds. The beds look like they're stained in blood and gore, but they have fresh blankets on them, which seems a little strange. And you have small footlockers at the head of each bed.
Can I fit in the door frame?
Yes, it's just going to be very tight, and if you go in there, nobody else will be able to, unless you get on a bunk bed.
I'm gonna just go and open the chest and see what's in there.
All right, so you pop open one of the chests, and it appears to be clothing, more armor, stuff like that. But it's all more that like wolf stuff, and then what looks like regular clothing, like apart from the wolf stuff. So this is what what these guys probably wear when they're not masquerading as wolves.
All right, I'm gonna pop the other two and assume I'm seeing the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah, all personal belongings and stuff.
Any gold? Because we're pirating now.
You don't see any gold.
Anything
All right,
on the
then I'm
table?
Yes, on the table you have like a small holder for candles, a bottle of some sort, pretty big, kind of like a Magnum bottle, and then a small dish of like crackers and cheese.
Ooh, crackers
Wine
and cheese.
And then the associated wine.
So in the back of the room, in between two of the beds, there's another door.
Oh, push the door open.
Hooray!
This one is. Everybody's busting my chops about the stream. I hear Walt has to encode the stream into binary himself and then send it by telegraph to the nearest Twitch server. That's awesome. So yeah, small door in the back and it's locked. It's padlocked.
Is this on the east wall?
South.
South.
South wall?
All right, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I was just say I'm gonna rip the lock off while I still got the strength.
Okay. Yep. You tear it straight off.
All right, I'm gonna open the door. What do I see?
You see a guy sitting on a bed.
We got a live one.
He looks withered and kind of what do you call it? Haggard. Like he's been in this room. There's no windows, and the second you open the door, he's like, he puts his hands up against the light.
Prisoner.
Okay. Prisoner. All right, I am going to back out, keeping an eye on him, and giving the dagger team the ability to move in there and maneuver to detain and see what we can get out of this guy.
So we get to interrogate him. Is that what you're saying, Lieutenant?
Without cutting his ears off while he's still alive.
Okay.
Or fragging the entire party.
Okay.
Or burning the building down.
Okay.
LT, that's a lot of stipulations you're putting on this. Really
You
cutting
weren't
into the
here
options.
last week.
Oh no.
What's a few war crimes among friends?
We give him some water and some pemmican or whatever that stuff is, and we start asking him questions.
Okay. You sit him down like on one of the bunk beds on your side, or do you just keep him in the room that he's in?
Well, we keep him in the room.
Okay. He's once again, you guys are working through translators that are mounted to your wrists. He mumbles for a few minutes and then he says, "Is this it? Is this the moment that it finally ends?"
No. Who are you? Where'd you come from?
He says, "My name is Torin, and I came from that room."
Oh my God. Permission to cut his arm off, LT.
That's probably not the best way to get him to talk. Why don't we offer him some of those crackers and the wine?
Oh, okay, we can do that. Crackers and wine for you, buddy.
He greedily and happily accepts everything, pulling off the stopper and gulping for a minute. And he says, "I've had nothing but crusty bread and water for days. And I don't even think the water was clean. In fact, it smelled funny. It might not even be water."
Kind of like JR in that respect.
Lieutenant Rick James hears you and does not approve.
Are you outside the room or inside the room?
I had to
we're
leave the room for them to get in, so I'm in the hallway,
Okay.
just listening.
He says, do you work for them? Do you work for the Raiders?
No, we're not the Raiders. We're the Marines. No, we're not. We're the. Not gonna think about what I'm saying. Oh my God, we're the Air Force.
Um,
Who else does crackers and wine interrogations?
yeah.
Yeah, really excellent point. Excellent point.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so you guys start talking to him, and he tells you he's been there for quite a bit since the Raiders moved in, and then he says, look, don't let them take me. Don't put me back in that room. Whatever you do, I'll do anything. He says if they change me again, I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
Change him
Great.
into what?
He says they give me this green potion, and it turns me into something, and then they cut off my limbs and the limbs grow back. But it's painful. It hurts. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, JR.
What do they do? What do they do with the wood? I'm hollering so I can be heard, of course.
Do you say it from outside?
Yeah, I'm outside.
All right.
I had to back up so they could get in. You said.
He says, I don't know. He goes, they put me in this small room and they give me the green liquid, and I change, and then they cut, and he starts like
Okay.
bawling.
Wonderful. You know anything about this castle?
He says, I was the steward here when,
Then you know everything about this castle.
he says, back before the Raiders came.
Great. We put a blanket around him and we take him with us.
He says, you are very kind, sir.
We are.
I'm gonna do
Despite
something.
the ring of ears around your neck. Why do you have ears around your neck?
It's trophies from things I've killed.
Very subtle.
Yeah, really.
So,
Do you want to see my heads?
You have more than one.
Oh yeah. I'm very proud of that collection.
so Lieutenant Espinosa, you're going to supervise these men, and they're going to cut off one of these limbs so we can see what this wood becomes. I'm probably going to regret this tomorrow.
I love you.
But
No,
instead it grows back.
No, don't do that. They're cutting off his limbs to plant them somewhere so they grow into tree men to use in their nefarious deeds. We don't want you to make a tree man.
Do you say that out loud to the dude you just wrapped in a blanket?
You bet.
He says, they're making tree men? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I was just thinking, maybe it could be like some sort of magic wand or something.
Not a good idea. Your arm was already broken. Let's let it heal.
Yeah. Now, are there any branches coming out of him that aren't part of a limb?
You talking about JR or the guy?
Yeah, yeah. Leaving the guy alone. He looks,
There's no branches coming out of him yet. It just seems like
Yes.
like he just looks like this big giant plant dude right now.
okay.
Okay. So let's have the steward go into the hall and find out what those other rooms are.
Okay, so you bring him into the hall. He sees the lieutenant, and he says, "Oh my God, you found one of my plant children?"
Yeah, exactly right. Yes, he's your son from another mother.
He goes, "You poor thing."
Hello, Dad.
And then he says, "Oh my God, you speak from your arm as well."
Well said, JR.
I mean, it's either tree people or firewood. I guess there's no in between.
Ooh, I guess not.
So does he show us the rest of the fortress? Does he lead us through?
So he tells you that the fortress, the next room over is a larger room that the original occupants used as like a captain's quarters. So all
Cool.
the officers were there. The next room over was a big feasting hall, mostly once again for the officers, but sometimes everybody would get to hang out there. And then
What about a hidden treasure room?
he says, um, "There's a secret door that leads to the grotto below. That's down that way." And he points to where you
Yeah.
guys just came from.
Yeah,
been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rip the door off its hinges and go into the next room.
Officer's room. Okay, good.
All right. So the door, so it kind of moves in like an L, and then the door is along the south. But you have a room that is much bigger than the one you left, probably about 25, 30 feet by 30 feet. It's got 4 beds, just single beds with a desk on one side, and the what do you call it? On the other side, there's a chest. The chest is locked.
Not anymore. I'm gonna rip it open.
Make a saving throw at +3,
That sounds good.
and tell me what you get, or
A
whether you
15
pass.
plus 3, so I got
No, so
18,
what's
Sweet.
your saving throw score?
13. I gotta have,
So you need a 16 or higher to get it.
and I got an 18.
All right. So you rip off the top of the chest, and from all around the lid, these kind of like these little holes put out a puff of gas.
Oh, cool.
The gas hangs in the air for about 5 or 6 minutes. The wood around you, around your body, and all the tree limbs blister a little bit. And then the blisters kind of dry up, flake off, and hit the floor.
Gross.
Oh, it's gross.
But you're still kind of like in plant form, so
So plant dandruff.
yes.
All right.
All right, and what do we see inside now that the gas is dissipated?
So it's a rack. It's almost like a series of racks, and in the racks are 20 vials of green liquid.
Ooh, that's going to be
Ooh.
fun.
All right, so I'm gonna
Tree juice.
order the men to bag up the tree juice, and then I'm gonna keep exploring forward while I still have the strength to rip doors and stuff open.
Okay, well we got to look for secret compartments in the chest just for fun.
Okay,
All right.
I'll go towards the next door and get out of their way so they have room to maneuver.
All right.
All right. You start sifting through pulling out the racks, checking out the bottom of the thing, and then there's a false bottom back there. So
What fun.
So as you pull the false bottom out, you see a book.
Ooh, I know how to read.
Leather. It's got straps that bind keep the binding closed. So yeah, it's a leather book about the size of like a big journal. So
All right,
kind of like something like this.
all right, pull that bad boy out. Let's see what it says.
The majority of it is like maps. Kind of like you open up the book and there are like folded up pieces of paper, parchment. You unfold them and there's maps of the area, and then you have kind of maps that don't make a lot of sense. They're roads with what look like markings on them, but you can't read the legend to tell what the markings are. And then, last but not least, it looks like a big portion of this book is a ledger.
Does the device on our hands, on their hands, help them translate that at all?
No.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
I would think we'd be able to try to read the text and then the device would translate. Let's give that a try.
You don't know what the symbols mean or how they relate to speech.
Okay.
All right, well then let's bag that stuff up and then we'll keep going.
All right.
Doors
And,
out of this
we'll-
place?
we'll put Booger in charge of all of the tree juice and fluids since he's capturing all the.
Fluid detail.
I'm into
Sentence-
fluids.
Sentences you never thought you'd hear.
We should distribute the 20 bottles among us, just in case something happens to our dear friend, the almost magic user.
All right.
Do you have plans?
Yeah, really.
As you guys are bagging everything up, JR feels a little woozy, and a lot of these branches and stuff like that start breaking off of him, eventually withering away and falling off of him. His clothes are pretty much torn and tattered, but he still has his armor. He still has his equipment. But like all the sprouting did a number on his wardrobe. You guys bag everything up. You take the ledger. You take all the tree juice. You can come out of this room and then head to your left, which would be to the west. Yes.
Is there a wardrobe in this room? Because clearly I need to borrow some clothes.
And is JR's arm working again?
I can pull out some BDUs from my backpack and give it to him. Be happy to.
They were close in the barracks that we found too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You got choices. What do you grab?
I'm gonna put on the armor again.
All right.
The wolf armor. You're gonna wear that stuff?
Yeah.
It's it breathes.
Breathes.
Elvis approves.
All right. So you guys go out and go to the left.
Yep.
All right.
Now we asked the steward what's down there.
He says that's that big meeting hall.
Okay.
Let's expect some friends.
Is there a second story to this place?
There is the parapet that leads up to the roof.
Okay.
All right. Without the enhanced strength, we're gonna put Crowley in charge of assaulting that last room.
No. Crowley's staying way behind Big Benny.
Well, you're in charge of it. I
Corporal,
didn't see
Private,
that.
Ensign, Big Benny.
It's probably very wise, actually.
I didn't say you had to be the first one through the door, just that you would lead the dagger team through the door.
No. Crowley likes being first through into rooms and stuff, but not after the boat incident.
He's got some PTSD issues he's working out.
Well, the stream is young.
I'll be happy to volunteer to go first.
But before we do that, we're going to have Michael volunteer to talk about one of his books. Would you like to talk about the Planeswalker?
Sure.
Way cool.
So the Planeswalker, it's about a character named Peebo Smith, who's a former Special Forces soldier. He medicals out and finds himself as a part of a science experiment that rivals the audacity of the moon landing, working for a secret agency that the experiment leaves him stuck in a place he can't escape. And he realizes just how unprepared all of his training has made him for this new mission that he's now undertaken. And so it's kind of a mashup between military, science fiction, and fantasy. So I don't know where we would have seen or heard of such a thing, but that is what the Planeswalker is about.
Right.
Cool.
And you can find that on Amazon right now.
Yep, you can find it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Kobo, iTunes, you name it. It's out. Actually, it's on pre-order, but it releases end of the month.
Right on.
Nice. Well done, sir.
All right. So you guys go into this room.
Indeed, I'll be happy to lead the way.
All right. So you enter on the short wall, right? So the room is more long widthwise. The room is more wide than it is long.
Okay.
It's about 20 feet long, but approximately 50 feet wide.
All right.
So big, long room. It's got a huge carpet that's kind of tattered. The room is lit by exterior windows and candles. Um, there's a huge oaken table in the center. The chairs have been pulled away and kind of pushed off toward the walls. And in the center on the table is a man that looks like kind of withered, like the dude that you just rescued. He's sitting lotus style on the table, surrounded by candles. And when you try and focus on him to get a good look at him, he kind of blurs out, and your head hurts.
Well, that's a constant state for me. I'm pulling his candles. Let's see what happens.
You're gonna grab one of the candles.
All of them.
All right. So he watches you. As you get close and look into his face, his eyes are he looks normal, aside from being slightly emaciated, but his eyes are reptilian looking.
Reptilian looking. Okay, only one answer to that. Did I get all the candles?
Yeah, you move all the candles. He doesn't seem to do anything. He's just watching you with interest.
And what about our former captive? What does he say about this guy?
He's in the hall. He doesn't see what you see. You're the only one in the room so far.
Bring him in.
Fuzzies, lead the way.
As soon as he rounds the corner and sees that guy there, he begins to drop some very serious waterworks. And as you're leading him in, he kind of like drops to the floor like a kid who doesn't want to be carried, and starts like no, and backs into the hallway.
So I suppose if I threw a grenade, everybody else would be really mad at me.
Depends on whether or not they're in the room.
Okay, I'm going to blast him with my rifle, just for fun.
All right. He has an
Armor class?
AC of 0.
Oh, that's a hard armor class to hit.
Yep. So you're... Let's see where to go. I have the technology. AC 0, not including your attack bonus. You need a 19. So what's your attack?
I haven't. I got a 20, and I got 10 points of damage.
Oof. All right. It passes through him.
No.
It passes through him, hits the wall beyond, and he looks. He does like one of those things to kind of like look over his shoulder to see the damage, and he says something, but it takes the translator on your arm a minute to pick up on it, almost like the buffering of this stream. Thanks, StreamYard. Eventually when it translates, it says, "How interesting, how different."
Yeah, okay. So I go back in the hall and throw a fragmentation grenade at the table, making sure.
I knew it.
I know it's got to happen. Making sure that there's no way in the world he has the time to throw it back.
Gotcha. All right, so
Okay.
you throw the grenade and shut the door.
Yes.
All right. A couple of breaths go by, and there's a loud explosion. The door comes off the hinges, and it doesn't blow straight out. It shudders and then falls off the hinges. What do you do?
I want it noted that I didn't blow anybody else up.
Do you mind telling us what you saw, Basic Airman?
Really. So I guess I have to look back in the room and probably see him floating in the air.
Can you tell us what's in the room that you just blew up?
Yeah, there was a reptile magic user in the room, and he looked deadly. And our servant there, guy, peed himself looking at him. So that was good enough for me.
All right, so when you peek back in the room, he's not there, but the table is split and peppered with all of this shrapnel damage.
I love that.
So he's not there.
Correct.
So that suggests there's entrance somewhere else. Servant, is there a secret door in that room?
He says, I don't know of any secret door. As you come back to question him, you look behind the stack in the hallway, and the man is behind the stack.
The reptile man?
Yeah,
Or
and he's whispering to one of the daggers.
That can't be good.
I stab him with my magic spear.
I love that.
All right,
Well done, sir.
AC 0.
And I call it by its name, Santa Muerte, to activate its magic.
All right,
Visual.
so you kick
Get him,
that.
buddy.
You kick
probably
that.
not. And I probably miss with a 9.
All right, so
Bummer.
you need an AC
Yeah,
0 to hit
I
him.
need no one there.
All right, so you
Oh.
what's that?
Well, I just rolled because I was planning on attacking, so I noticed what I rolled.
All right, so you kind of step off to the left, thrust the spear at the guy. He dodges away, but as he, instead of like backing up or jumping to the side, he pulls his hands back and looks like he's going to go back. He comes off the floor about 6 inches and floats backwards very, very rapidly to the back of the hallway.
And I run chasing after him, igniting my Hebrew hammer and, trying to slam him directly.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't make it. What do you guys got?
I got a 19 on the initiative roll.
Okay, that works. I was going to say let the guest do it, but that works.
Yeah.
I'll take a 19.
Just want to say thanks to Captain Kilgosha for policing the stream. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see.
And by the way, if I reached him, I got a 20
Ooh, a natural 20.
with the Hebrew hammer.
Leo Kilgosha is saying, I believe he's talking about your cover art for the Planeswalker. He's saying that cover art is badass.
I like it. I'm particularly happy with how that came out.
All right, so yeah, you what do you call it? You thrust forward with the Hebrew hammer, using some of the spiky goodness to try and whack this guy. And you said you got a 20.
Yep.
Give me the damage.
And remind me again what
2d4. Tell me what you get.
All right. And the 2d4 gives me a 7.
4, 5, 6. Okay. So you get a 7. You swing this thing in. It catches him across, like he puts his hands up to try and protect his head. You rip a huge section of flesh off of his shoulder while smacking into the wall. The wall splinters and shatters under the magic of the Hebrew hammer, and sending debris all over this end of the hallway. That brings us to let's see. So that would bring us to Archangel because he's closer toward the back of the sack.
All right, now I'm gonna ask the stupid questions here. This is D20s.
Yep.
Okay.
What are you going to try and do? Are you going to try and shoot him? You're going to try and...
How close is he to me?
He is about 5-6 feet.
Okay. I would assume that whenever we came in here and saw it was close quarters, I was going to pull out my shotgun. It kind of progressed pretty quick. So yeah, I'm gonna take a blast at him with that.
All right, hit me.
Are there any 2-hit modifiers on those? Because
So
I
it's on your
couldn't see
sheet?
any.
On your sheet, it should say BAB.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you need a 19 to hit him, and then you add that BAB. So that'll...
Oof.
What'd you get?
I missed.
And what were you using?
I got the shotgun.
Oof. Michael, give me a saving throw.
Yeah, that's the way
Sorry,
that
bud.
works. So it happens when you fire into a melee.
That'll be all right.
All right, I got a 15.
What's your saving throw?
12.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
So you try and you smack him pretty good with the Hebrew hammer. Villanueva with his cranks his shotgun, and you're like, whoa, 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 and he pulls the trigger. There's that huge boom. The what do you call it? The guy that you're facing, he's like vibrating, like shaking, almost like becoming blurry. He darts off to one side and looks like he's going to try and escape down the hallway. That brings us to, let's see, Lieutenant Espinosa is next in the stack.
I'll give it another try with the spear. Then I miss.
All right. Lieutenant Rick
We need to-
James.
We need to get him new dice too. So I'm probably in the back because I was in the long room. So I'm going to go, instead of engaging forward, I'm going to go the back and see if I can find the route he escaped.
Okay, so you're checking the room while they're fighting.
No, I'm going to try not check the room. I'm going for the exit so I can flank him.
There is no exit.
Sounds a lot like he's checking the room.
All right, then I'm going to shoot him
Hey,
with my pistol.
All right, so you're shooting down an entire stack in the hallway.
If I have a clear shot, if not, I'll hold my action.
Up to you.
Do I have a clear shot?
You believe you do.
Then I'm going to fire.
All right.
Natural 20.
Oh, God.
Boom.
A lot of that going around.
No, a lot of ones for me. This is the first in a while.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because last time you
Missed horrendously.
you capped this guy in the knee, almost striking Wilbur in the process. He hits the back wall, like holding his leg, very, very, very hobbled. You can tell that you did some major damage because you blew a whole chunk of whatever was in him out of him. Brings us to Crowley.
Good.
That's what he gets for making Air Force jokes.
Crowley
Yeah.
just sees everyone shooting, so he joins in. I rolled a
This
19
looks like fun.
plus 3.
A 19 plus 3. Yeah, you get him.
Okay. I'm using my rifle, so let's roll for damage. 7.
7. All right. Let's put it
Well done.
there. All right. So you do pull a Mozambique, trying for the pumps and pipes. You blast into him against the wall. You hear the rounds go through him and hit the wall, spiking against the hard stone. He does not look like he's in good shape. Big Benny,
Tackling the dude.
you're going to try and tackle him?
Yep.
All right, so you're going to have to make a run through the stack in order to do that. Through the
I
narrow
don't have a
hallway.
problem with that. Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be -2 by the time you get there.
Okay, I understand that concept. Now, help me out here. Tackling and grappling is not the same dice as shooting.
This is all white box, so I have you covered. Go ahead and roll a
Okay,
d20.
very good. Very good. Let's see what I can get. And I got an 11.
An 11. He's going to try. Ooh, yeah, you tackle him against the wall.
Hooray! What great fun.
All right, so now his turn. You're his closest. You and Aloysius are his closest adversaries.
That's fine.
He tries to. He starts whispering something to you. Make a saving throw.
Okay, I can do that. Made.
Okay, so he grabs the side of your head, and then there's that, like all this whispering going on.
Do I hear it?
You don't. No.
Okay.
It sounds it sounds almost like chanting more than whispering.
All right.
You get this sense of dread, but you manage to shake it off.
Good, good.
So did our dagger team? Was our dagger team supposed to take a turn at this guy, or are they around?
Yeah, they're around, but they're not shooting because you guys have him
Okay.
tackled. You guys have him whatever.
Okay.
But one of the dagger guys is shooting, and he's shooting at you.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
That's going in his report.
It was the guy that got whispered at by this weird dude.
Yeah.
You take 9 points from a rifle hit.
Who's you?
You.
Me, you?
Yeah,
9
you.
points. Wow.
All right, I'm gonna take a
A
beat
minute.
this guy. Yeah.
You're going to be unhappy about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he whacks into you. It slams into a part of you like but bypassing the armor, so it kind of caught you oblique.
Of course.
So you had picked up your the hammer, getting ready for the next swing, and he caught you like in the side. So you probably have a bullet in the lung. That brings
Great.
us back around to the top of the batting order, which was Michael.
Well,
I assure you that Dagger member is going to get a stern lecturing.
As he
all
should.
right. So I'm So what's the AC of the dagger guy?
No, you can't do that.
He's AC. Where is it?
He's
AC
on our
4.
side.
He's a what?
He's
AC
on our
4.
side. Don't do this.
But the guy just nearly took me out. All right,
Okay.
so Hebrew Hammer to the guy who just tried to frag me. So
That could be bad.
It's getting funky now, boys.
and
Can he even still lift it with a bullet in his lung?
It's not
I
going to be
got
pleasant.
yeah, I got greater than 0 hit points, so I'm good. And
What'd you get?
that oddly enough, I got a 20 on this guy too.
Oof.
Oh, stop it.
I've got nicely behaving dice today. I don't know. What
Yeah,
Roll
really.
And tell me what you get.
And I got a 5.
Okay. You reverse direction on the hammer, rolling that back into the dagger, and it slams into his plate carrier, shattering it into pieces, blasting him into the wall and knocking him unconscious.
Good. You
Wow.
can stay there for a while.
All right. That brings us to Archangel.
Bad guy is still in the room, or is he hauling?
He's
Well,
severely
He is
hobbled.
wrapped up in my arms. I just like to point that out.
Yeah, he's got the master sergeant tackled him.
Has he
Yeah,
got
but-
him? Has he got him on the ground in like a rear naked choke, or
Yeah, he's got him
They
pinned
just-
against the wall.
It actually is going to be a Vern Gagne choke. Yes, very good.
So do we have an opportunity to actually do like point blank, for anyone with a gun or otherwise?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I-
Bullet to the brain pan.
do
I
we
have a
have to roll
knife.
for that?
Yeah, because you could still have a misfire. You could
You could shoot me.
You could have a hot load. You could have a stovepipe. There's any number of things that can go wrong with the ammunition.
Right.
It sounds like a perfect opportunity for Crowley to handle his business. Oops! I shot them both.
Hey,
Great.
I've been good, man.
You have been. I celebrate you.
All right. So Archangel doing anything?
yeah, if he's got him pinned up against the wall, you said.
He's on the ground.
Yep, he's got him on the ground.
All right. I am going to approach the bad guy and stab him in the head.
Ooh.
I love
my
that.
knife.
All right. Give me a
Central
roll.
nervous system kill.
That probably won't kill me.
Well, I got to roll this dice. That is actually a 19.
All right. Yep. You hit him. Kind of get him in the sternum. Tell me what you get, damage-wise.
You got bad aim.
So, well, I mean, he's flopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not still, even because Benny's trying to choke him out.
Right.
And what do you call it? So he's moving. He's really hard to pin down, but he's got a hold of him.
So the damage on the knife is a 1d3.
Yep. So take a D6. A 1 and 2 is a 1. A 3 and 4 is a 2. A 5 and 6 is a 3.
Well, that's a 3 because that's a 5.
All right.
That's a wretched knife.
Okay, so you run down on him, right? Go to stab in. It passes through him and hits Benny's plate carrier.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That brings us to Lieutenant Mike Espinosa.
I will be careful not to stab the basic airman.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that so much.
And stab the bad guy. And let's see. Finally rolled better than a 10. Let me check my bonus. Total of 20 with my bonus.
All right. Damage. Tell me what you got.
Is this a regular D6 spear?
Yep.
Or, okay. And 3.
All right. The blade kind of slides in under his ribs through the belly. He chokes. The blood that is coming out of this guy is not like red. It looks like brackish, thick, gelled up water. Kind of
What
like
a
you would get in a
surprise.
swamp. He gasps and stops moving, and that blurring effect that he had on him stops as well. Pretty much all you can hear is like everybody kind of just like panting and like, oh my god, and then of course the sobbing cries of the steward in the back.
I asked the steward if there's any healing potions in this fortress.
Good question.
He says, that's rich people's stuff. We don't have that stuff here.
Oh, boy.
Or at least we didn't. I don't know what the raiders have.
Maybe this guy has something.
Let's search the little lizard guy and see does he have anything on him.
So he has a lot of those like fetishes,
I'll collect all the fetishes.
like
Yeah, that's
the witch had.
Yeah.
And Esoteric on the stream is asking because Twitch is being twitchy today. Can we get a recap of the battle when it's over? We haven't seen or heard the stream for the last hour. Sorry about that.
Ouch.
We know it's kind of weird, so we'll rebroadcast it later. Make sure it's all good to hook. They went into a long kind of like a long table style dining hall and encountered this wizard dude. The wizard dude fought them in the hallway because he managed to get behind them, whispered to one of their dagger team members who attacked them. After some close calls, they managed to tackle him against a wall, and Balder agrees that we're gonna shut that right now. Balder agrees that that wizard dude was totally out of bounds when he did that. They managed to hit him with some mystical weapons. They shot him a couple of times, and then he hit the deck and has now stopped moving. So he's got fetishes on him. One of the fetishes, it looks like it was tied on to some sort of a medallion that is on a like a steel
That's how you
chain.
do suspense, guys.
That's a cliffhanger.
Right? What's that?
You froze for a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
we
we go.
couldn't hear you.
I'm good.
So the fetish was tied to what?
The fetish was tied to like a steel chain with a medallion on it.
Nice.
And the medallion has what looks like the symbol of a bull.
Gotta love that.
And the what do you call it? He's also wearing what looks like a ring, but instead of being made of metal, it's made of not really stone, but like almost like quartz or something like that.
Does he have ears?
That's a good
He's
question.
asking the real question.
Not for long.
He does have ears.
I'd like
Okay.
to go investigate the fetishes in the ring and the necklace.
Okay. And we're back. No, we're back. We just had some funky chicken stuff going on. We have some storms in the area, folks, so that might be accounting for it. We apologize. But anyway, yeah. So, what are you going to investigate?
The magical items on this dead magical guy. I want to see because I made somebody float, so I just want to see what happens if I handle them and look at them and see
Well,
if the universe will speak to me.
first of all, Benny, are you holding on to him, or are you?
I'm I'm taking an ear and a head.
Okay. So while you're doing that, it'll make the getting the necklace off a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what are you doing to the necklace?
I want to pick it up and hold it and see what happens first.
It swings from side to side gently with your tender caresses.
Do I feel anything?
Steel.
Metal.
All right. I'm gonna put it on and see what happens.
Okay.
Make a saving throw.
Yeah, exactly. You put it on.
Roll a new
Dang it.
character.
All right,
You
what
look
about-
very stylish in your wolf armor with this bull-headed medallion on.
All right. What about the ring that's made of quartz?
All right.
Wait. LT, if you don't want that ring, dibs.
LT wants the ring. There's no doubt about that.
LT get all the fancy jewelry.
Hey,
I'm just gonna
Sanokin's,
figure out if I can control the magic again.
Sanokin is saying, "Hey, people are moving now." Yeah. We apparently something got fixed. I don't know. So the the ring. It takes some doing to get it off. And
What do you mean by that, buddy?
it's kind of stuck on his knuckle.
We'll just cut his finger off.
Yeah, we just cut his finger off, and it's no problem at all.
What's the issue?
Yeah.
What is it about these
Exactly.
dagger teams?
I don't know. These guys are violent.
He's one of my favorite daggers. I love him.
All right, so yeah, you guys pull off the the ring, and it's like I said, it's like this weird. It's not really jade or quartz, but it's got almost like a gemstone consistency to it.
Nice.
What are you doing to it? You just taking it with you? You putting it on?
I'm gonna hold it and see if I feel anything before I put it on again.
That doesn't work like that, LT. Come on, buddy. You know what to do.
All right, I'm gonna put it on.
Make a saving throw. I'm kidding.
I made it. I got a 19.
You don't need it. You didn't need to make a saving throw. All right, you put it on, and you feel normal.
Okay,
he
now
looks
let's see.
stylish.
Let's see if he can take it off.
All right, I'm gonna try to take it off.
Okay, so while he's kind of like, hey, you guys are seeing this, right? And he's going to take it off. The rest of you see him. He's like blurring out and moving very quickly.
Ooh, cool.
Nobody tell him I want that ring.
That's funny. That is very funny. Well said, sir. You're a perfect dagger.
All right, so all right, you take the ring off, Jr.
All right, I'm gonna slip it in the pocket.
Okay.
My precious.
Rude.
My precious.
And we've got the fetishes went to Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer.
Yeah, I seem to be collecting them. I'm not sure if I'll do anything with them, but
All right, so on the fetishes, let me just get to that page real quick. On the fetishes, you have another one of those crow's beaks with like tied little thorns on them and stuff like that.
Wow, you're getting lots of those.
So there's two of those. There's what looks like a set of teeth. So it's three, like not like human teeth, but like big long fangs, set and wrapped onto a gemstone. And last but not least, there's a it's kind of like a piece of wood, but there's human hair wrapped around it.
Cool.
all right.
Does it look
And-
like it was removed the way Benny likes to remove body parts?
What's that?
I
The
don't
stick
know
or
what
the
you're
hair?
talking about.
You see the roots of the hair, or it seems like the hair was cut off of something.
It was cut.
Or is there maybe a chunk?
Yeah, if it's Benny, there's scalp still on it.
I don't take scalps.
No, that would be
Anymore.
weird.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, that would be weird. That would be a war atrocity.
Oh my god.
Isn't that what a red cap is? Yeah, red cap.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys,
Anything
you
else
guys,
on his body?
what is it?
Was there anything else on his body? Any of that red, precious red liquid?
No. No, but your
So
arm
that-
is healed, by the way. I told you that.
Okay, good. And so no one's making any mention that we're sitting in front of a giant lizard. So that was evidently a
Well, he's not a
Stab.
lizard. He's a what do you call it?
What do you call it? A wantee?
No, he's just his eyes. Just his eyes were like that.
oh, okay.
And of course, Crowley didn't see anything. You just saw a guy that drank too much.
Well, I'm across the room, so there's no way I see what his eyes are.
Man, it looks like it's sucked over there.
I know.
Yeah, but one of the things you do notice is that when you go back into the room, the big long-tabled room, there's no exit from the room that you can see. So
How do we get in the room if there's no exit to the room?
No. There's no other exit. So like, there's the entrance for you guys to go in and out of, right? But there's no explainable way of how he got behind you at the other end of the hallway.
Oh, I see.
Well, if he was doing that shifty gaseous thing? I guess he could have done that. So if he was wearing that ring.
Does the servant know about doors that we don't know about?
He said before, yeah, there was nothing.
Ask him about this guy and ask him why he freaked out.
He's like,
Good call.
He's
Good
like,
question, buddy.
they would bring me outside, and then they would feed me the green, and they would take an arm or a leg, and it would grow back, and it was horrible, but it was always him.
I swear there's 20 plant people around here somewhere ready to kick our butts.
Joke's on them. We have fire.
Yeah, really. Yeah, great. Let's see if that works.
Did we explore the entire grotto? Is there a chance we missed anything down there?
The only thing that you saw when you went through there was the guys that you capped the first time you rolled through.
Right.
The downside is that you know that a whole bunch of those cats had jumped into one of the fissures, and you have yet to find them.
Does our servant know about the fishers?
He just knows that the grotto down there is where they launched the boats from, and that there's holes in the surface that will allow them to jump up in and out. So not really like murder holes or anything like that, but there's big fissures in the kind of like the walkways that lead to the water below. So if somebody dropped through there, they would just drop to the water below.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I think if we've cleared the building, maybe it's time to call the Rangers chief.
Well, have we cleared? Does the servant know of any other rooms that we haven't been in?
Just the tower that is at the end of this hall.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go up there. Yeah.
J-Mac, you were muted before. Did you want to say something?
No, I'm good.
All right. So you guys go to the end of the hallway, and it's pretty fairly big. It's at least as big as the long table room you guys were just in, and there is a small round table in the center, chairs. Looks like the chairs were kicked over, like somebody was in here at one point and then took off in a hurry. There is like a small meal on the table. Looks like deer. With some potatoes and stuff like that, and then underneath the set of stairs, there's a couple of crates.
Well, gotta check out the crates.
So we'll check out the crates while we send Benny and his daggers up the stairs.
Oh, can't I check out the crates? Come on, LT. I never get to check crates.
Well, that's that kind of attitude's why you're an airman again. So it's
That's why it's not the ear head trophies.
that too. I mean, he did try to kill the captain.
Well, it was a whole fragging incident too. So, but,
Yeah, okay, first of all, if
We've
I
all been
tried to kill the captain, he'd be dead right now. Just keep that in mind.
And he's oh so humble.
Yeah. All right, up the stairs we go.
All right, so you and the dagger team head up the stairs. Lieutenant, you check the crates. It looks like building equipment.
no red potions.
No potions, but it looks like to you it looks like building equipment. It's hammers, nails. There's in one of the crates is extremely heavy, and it looks like they have an anvil in that
Okay.
crate. So
Nice.
Cool.
yeah,
I shut down check for false bottoms.
Yes, I'll check for false bottoms.
you don't find any.
Okay.
All right.
Apparently, Master Sergeant only has the touch. You guys get to the top of the tower, and
Yeah.
you see the courtyard outside. Along the roof, outside, you see your elf friend from before. In the episode when you guys first got here, she had helped you out in the woods and helped
It's
you.
the woman with the pointy ears.
Yeah, the woman with the pointy ears. She sees
What-
you crest the tower, and she's got out like one of those old. Captain Kilgoshin in the chat is like, bad form, he is an airman. And yes, JR's arm is saved. So she's got out like one of those old pirate spy glasses that she's looking at, right? So she drops it down away from her eye and gives you a whistle and then points toward the direction she was looking.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's what binoculars are for. Check it
I'm
out.
gonna scope up, see if I can see anything.
It's more of those raiders in that wolf armor, and they. It looks like there's a lot more than there was before. So you guys had encountered a batch of them, and about 6 of them got away and jumped through the hole. There's about 15 of them now.
All
This
right.
is-
So when I'm going to assume Benny and Villanueva pass that information back.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, we will.
All right, I'm going to take Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer. I don't know why I like that name so much. And we're gonna trap up the entrance, so that way if they come in, we make them bleed for it to get into the courtyard. And I'm going to leave Villanueva on the roof with his sniper rifle to keep us updated. And we're going to try to ambush them and take them out.
Am I clear to engage, or you want me to hold?
Let's hold till we get the trap set. So if they do assault, they're going to come into our ambush.
Okay.
That shouldn't take us too long for Wilbur to set
Nope.
that up.
What are you setting up? More fire traps?
Yep.
Yeah, just a quick fire trap. Nothing that's going to take too long.
All right.
And Crowley can take some of the other dagger teams because there's another tower on the other side across the courtyard, right?
Well, it's not a tower. It's it's just the roof.
So
How many
we're
dagger guys do we have left? Like 2?
You have 3 and 1 severely injured.
Poor guy.
and not exactly right in his head.
No, he
if
was.
that happened,
There was a suggestion spell for just a second. He's fine now.
Hey, maybe.
All right, so Wilbur and I are going to go handle the trap, and we're going to get the rest of the troops positioned on the high ground, and we're going to engage them once the trap is set.
Do I see any? While I'm looking through my scope at this group coming up, do I see any like obvious leaders?
There's a guy in front. He's got red pauldrons differentiating him seemingly from the others. But other than that, that's the only guy that you can kind of make out.
LT, I've got a leadership target.
All right, as soon as we get this trap set, and we're going to be working while we're having this conversation. You're once we're set, take him out first.
All right, let me know.
Let's
All right.
assume that I'm set. Anything I need to do?
Where did JR send me again? Am I still up top, or did we go down?
There's the second top left is the other height where we have Overwatch availability. I was thinking would split the forces. You either stay with Villanueva or you can go to the other location.
So are we circling around to the other side, up top?
If we cut across the courtyard, it's a pretty quick run.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys can see the map right now, so this is where the
Which is wonderful.
majority of the Tagger team is up here, right? I haven't cleared the board yet, so these guys right here aren't here in the courtyard.
No, that looks great.
right. So you guys
You
are up
froze
here.
again?
I think
Well,
so.
froze.
Here I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you guys are up here. Yeah, it says we're strong, so I don't know what's going on, right? I didn't clear the board yet, so you guys, you can just disregard this for right now. But you got your elven friend right here, and there is a ladder up onto this side that you can take.
Okay, so that's where Crowley and the Dagger team are headed.
All right, you're gonna
Yeah,
head to this side.
Yeah,
I'm not there. I'm in the big round tower.
Okay. And
Okay.
where do you want to go, LT?
Do we have anybody in the courtyard?
We're going to set the trap there.
Well,
That's where
yeah.
Wilbur and I will be.
Okay, so I'll be standing by your side and with my spear and my. Did we bring the machine gun?
You do not have the machine gun with you.
Then it's
But we have
maybe-
flasks of highly volatile oil.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's assume everyone's in position. Are we good?
I've got my 5 out and ready to burn.
Damn it. Am I back?
All right. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you're back.
All right. So he's not there. All right. So where the Dagger team is up on top of that other tower.
Correct. That's where Crowley took them.
Yeah, me and the NPCs.
And I think me and Benny are on that southern, the big round tower, right?
Yes.
Right.
And we've got a trap that's along the entrance to the courtyard area.
Okay. They run up, and the leader, or the guy with the red pauldrons, and the well, before we do that, so Big Benny and Villanueva are on the one tower. We got J-Mac and the NPCs on the other.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Booger, where are you after you set the traps?
So I'm backing off, deeper into, kind of out of line of sight for the entrance to the courtyard, but
Okay.
in the courtyard still. So
Why don't you go join the elf? So you still have the
over the
raised
higher
line of sight.
position. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that, and I'll get my throwing arm ready.
And I'm gonna send Espinoza with you but I'm gonna stay in the courtyard because I'm in their armor. So maybe we can try that again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it worked so well the first time.
Yeah, it's every single time. It's just been so good.
I'm gonna add cheerfully optimistic to your bullet point for your OER.
Oh, real nice.
I'm gonna call to the LT and say, LT, this guy's getting closer and he's extremely ugly, and I very much want to shoot him.
Free to engage.
Sweet.
All right, so they come trotting up to the entrance of the castle. The guy in the red pauldrons kind of gives a halt, and is looking at the courtyard. He's not entering yet because there's that kind of like offset wall that so you can't just run in there. He sees you, LT, and he kind of like is doing, kind of like trying to figure out if you belong there or not. Do you do anything? Do you say anything?
I raise my hand and gesture to him like a universal sign of greeting.
All right. He yells out,
Always like
"Are they
this.
gone?"
Are they
They're gone. And I put my hand like I'm coughing to cover up the fact that it's coming from the wrist.
He says, "Why do you sound funny?"
They used fire, burned my lungs.
He seems to be okay with that. Um, they start to move forward. Now, how is your trap set, Booger?
Hopefully, well camouflaged tripwires across the entrance so that they hopefully don't see it as they're coming along.
And how do they ignite?
As soon as you try to trip them, they're going to go ahead and hopefully explode and cover the entrance to the courtyard with a wall of flame.
All right. So, do you have these pinned to a grenade so that they
Yeah,
explode? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. So, about 10 of them, like break off from the main force, and then before he enters the courtyard, he turns around and he kind of like points off to the side, and they descend the cliff. Like another 10 of them, 50, like 6 to 10 of them descend. Like they start crawling down the side of the cliff.
Okay, before that happens,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to throw 3 vials at those boys.
You're gonna throw some oil.
Yeah.
All right.
I was hoping that I was going to take a shot as soon as JR's interaction was over.
All right. Go ahead. So
Like
take
because I'm scoped up on the red guy.
All right, you take your shot, and Benny, give me a dice roll. Just let me know if you fail hitting an AC 8.
Natural
Okay.
20.
Just now I'm rolling
Jesus.
3. Do I have to roll 3 times or just one
Just
time
once.
for all 3?
Just once is fine.
Just once
So
for all 3.
let's see. AC 8, you need unadjusted. You need an 11.
I got a 17, my friend.
That works all right. Okay, so he does one of these things where he's like he's pointing off to the side, and he like waves to his men. They start descending the cliff as they kind of like rig up to start climbing down. Benny tosses his flasks of oil as they're in the air. He turns around. The leader turns around and sees those flasks take flight. He's like, takes in that breath like he's going to scream. And there's the report as the rifle goes off. Give me damage on that.
11.
Nice shot.
Yeah. So you take the front of his head and push it out the back.
I love that. Yes.
Well
You
done.
You are my kind of dagger, sir.
You know what? I'm going to meritoriously promote him to E6.
Oh God. This is-
Must be nice. Jeez.
I think Archangel froze.
No, he's just giving us the dad luck.
Nah, he's froze.
I am so saving that. So he goes down, and then the rest of the guys go to rush in through the gate.
They're gonna be unhappy.
Yeah, especially if they hit that tripwire, which one of them does. Give me some damage.
What do I have to roll?
It's 2d6 for the oil.
All right. 9.
Oof. So there's an explosion. Oh wait, I also need the grenade because a couple of them will actually pass by the grenade.
That's 3d6.
And add 4 to that, so 13.
All right, so those guys will get another 4. All right, so there's an explosion as a wave of burning oil comes up from the ground and splashes a whole bunch of them. They start screaming, jumping around, just all sorts of mayhem, but the fire is everywhere. It's coating the walls, it's on the castle grounds, and there's 8 guys that are up and burning.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
And there's 3 guys that were just shredded by the explosion.
Love that.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been promoted.
So yeah, the lieutenant decided to promote you to E6 for your meritorious use of Lapua Magnum.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I'm carrying?
So he did what he was paid to do, and the LT thought he should be promoted.
Pretty much.
But it looked cool.
Yeah, great. That's fair.
But
All
he
right.
didn't cut anybody's ears off or frag anybody or, war crime it up.
Real quick,
Yep.
I'm looking at this character sheet, and this is my first time playing out of the white box.
Yep.
Now that I've taken a shot, does the legendary sniper attribute come into play for
Yes.
the other bad guys?
Yep.
So they all now, since I'm level 3, they all now have a -1 to hit.
Correct.
Sweet.
All right. So there's 11 guys total that just stormed the courtyard, right? 8 of them are kind of covered in oil and burning to various degrees, and then you have 3 of them that were just shredded because they took the oil and they took a hit from a grenade setting off the oil. So
So the dagger team's ready to just rain bullets on them.
correct. So now we're going to roll for initiative. I got a 19.
Archangel, you want to go as our guest?
Yeah, I can go.
You
Give us a
19.
20. Give
You
us
need
a 20.
No pressure.
I will give you a 20.
Excellent.
This is my new favorite dice. This guy wins.
Wow.
All right. So
He
we're
stole
gonna,
all my juice. Well, I keep getting 1s. He keeps getting 20s.
we're going to go around the clock. We're going to start with Lieutenant Mike Espinoza.
I will call my action for now.
All right. That brings us to Big Benny.
Shooting a 1. Shooting at a burning dude, got a 10.
All right. He's an AC 5. So you need a 14 to hit him.
Sounds like I missed.
All right. So you blast around into the dirt. He, of course, skips away from it, and looking up, like suddenly, oh crap! That brings us to Rick James in the courtyard with a bunch of burning dudes.
All right. I love the smell of burning dudes in the morning. It smells like bacon, and I got a 16 with my pistol.
All right. Give me damage. Should be 2d6, I believe.
That's what the rifle does. Does the pistol do the same amount of damage?
Yeah, but you have more range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And a better rate of fire, too, right?
Better
I
rate
get
of
a 10.
fire, yeah. A 10 to hit? Or a 10 on damage?
10 on damage. I got a 16 to hit.
All right. All right. So, you line up a shot, looking very epic in your wolf armor.
I do what I can.
The round goes off. It punches straight through the breastplate on this dude because you're not a sniper, and pounds him straight into the dirt, bringing us to Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer.
I want Combat Camera here to document this, but they didn't want to come with us.
So in the courtyard, who are the bad guys standing, or rolling around or whatever? Are they within splash zone of a single, multiples in a splash zone of a single flask?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to throw a flask of oil at a cluster of bad guys.
All right, hit me.
Well, I'll try to hit them, and I rolled an 18, actually.
Ooh, that is nice.
Good rolls today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's dice are on fire, except mine, especially with initiative. All right, so the courtyard explodes once again in flame because there's burning bits of different things here and there, but you guys have you guys set a new wall of fire ablaze, cutting off their retreat from outside of the room. So of course, there 3 more get caught into that, and they go down. That brings us to JMac.
Is anyone alive? Like down there? Are
Yes.
they okay?
Yeah. There's 5.
So
There's 4 of them up, and they're still tracking to do some damage.
okay, so me and the dagger team are gonna lay down some fire on these guys that are on fire.
Okay.
I rolled a 17
All right. Give me
plus 3.
Yep.
So
Go
20.
ahead and give me damage.
Get
8.
That's nice. Let's see. We have 8 on him. All right. So you bring the rifle up, squeezes the trigger, reports on on your victim. He gets blasted right through the shoulder. Comes out near his tailbone, pounding him into the dirt as well.
How does the combat machine attribute work?
So that's for that's for I was laughing at the stream. That's for when you have less than one hit dice or less. Goblins, little kobolds,
Oh, okay.
0 level humans.
So it doesn't apply to any of these guys?
No, not yet. And for the most part, you might have to be a little closer than where you are. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you'd be able to. Basically, you get to attack as many times as you have a level, which would be nice right about now, seeing as there's 3 of them left. That brings us to Archangel.
These are just the guys that walked in the main entrance, right?
Yep, the other guys are outside burning.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot at one of the guys in the courtyard.
All right, there's 3 of them left.
Didn't we have somebody the group try to go down the cliff face, or did he get them all?
Benny lit them on fire.
So all of those ones died.
Well, they at least plummeted into the water, burning.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
you
they were
don't have
only
to.
on fire for a little
You don't
bit.
have to promote me for killing 6 men all at once. That's okay with me.
And none of them were on your side.
Yeah. For a
You know what,
change.
Benny? You are right. You get to be airman second class.
Oh, look at that,
Ooh.
second class. I'm on my way.
Are you gonna have to check with your CO on that one?
He's busy pirating. He'll be okay.
He's
Gotcha.
busy pirating. Yeah.
All right.
So I got a 16 to hit, so 16 plus 2 because they're preferred weapon, right?
Yep.
So 18, and then damage. Let me just drop one of these dice on the ground.
Captain Kilgosha is saying, yeah, you really need to make Benny an E2.
There we go, or something higher.
So that would be just airman, because if he was a E1 AB,
He's a fuzzy.
the mosquito wings. That preferred weapon it says plus 2 bonus 2 hit and damage, right?
Correct. Yep.
Neat. So that's 13 damage.
Oh. He separates a man pretty much in half with this rifle, leaving 2 men in the courtyard who are now on fire, pondering their poor life choices, as well as looking for an avenue of escape.
Seems fair.
Yeah, they're looking to get out of there, but you guys cut off their entrance by lighting a wave of fire right behind the group. The stream is saying Knight of Barsoom was like, yeah, you guys are just going to end up demoting him again. And Captain Gugosha said, yeah, the moment he takes another ear or head.
So
No!
is Elf Girl shooting at all? Because that comes into the mix as well. Or is she just watching?
She is not shooting. She looks like she's on the spyglass that she has, and she's close by to Wilbur, and she like taps him on the shoulder and points.
And I take a look and go, what do I see?
There's something big and green running up the path towards you guys.
All right, I let folks know on the throat mic we got company.
All right. The daggers pound the rest of that group into the dirt, and then you guys, they pretty much fall as you guys see what rounds the corner. It's a guy in that wolf armor. The wolf armor is being shredded to pieces as he's sprouting like roots and
Sure.
plant and stuff like that, like JR did earlier.
It's a tree, people.
This is the perfect use of the flame.
It looks like he started out normal, because when he rounded the corner, he was still in the process of getting all wrapped up. And what do you call it? The plant matter pretty much engulfs him and turns him into that like swamp thing looking dude. And when he gets close to you guys, it looks like he's picking up speed, and he's running really really fast.
It,
Give me, or actually, we'll just go with the initiative you guys already have. What do you guys do?
Can I get a shot off on him?
Yeah, you can get a shot long distance. You're going to be at -2 because he's using the terrain. He's ducking in and around. He's not running in a straight line. He's ducking in and around trees. He's running on the open path 1 minute and then back into the forest another.
So it turns into a basic dice roll then, because I've already got +2, right?
Correct.
Neat.
Right. So he's at an AC 2. So you
18.
need unadjusted. You need a 17 to hit him.
Oh, 18. Yeah, that
All
works.
right. Give me damage.
Well done, sir. Well done.
It's almost like this is my preferred weapon. Damage not so great. 5 damage.
Okay. So you line up a shot, and right as you were gonna tag him, pretty much a little north of center mass, he jukes to one side, and you catch him in the shoulder. The powerful Lapua round just shreds that shoulder, breaking off bark and tree matter, exposing like bone and blood beneath. The tree matter actually immediately just sprouts and shoots like finger-like roots out that wrap and clasp around the wound and slam everything back in place, recovering and coating the giant hole as he's running.
So I get on my throat mic and go, "Hey, set him on fire, bullets still work."
Yeah, really.
That brings us all right, so that's going to bring us to the top of the batting order, due to because you had a shot long range, so as he closes you guys have better shot of hitting him. Mike, you had held your Mike Espinosa, you held your action before. Are you doing anything now?
Yeah, I'm stepping to the center of the courtyard and waving my spear at it.
All right, so you're setting to receive a charge, basically.
Yes.
All right. That brings us to Big Benny.
Big Benny is dropping my last 2 vials of flame so that he can't enter without going through the fire.
Gotcha. All right, so you're closing up the courtyard, reactivating all that fiery oil that was sealing everybody in.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You smell the bacon? I'm getting hungry. Are you getting hungry?
J-Mac.
Can we reach them with our flasks of burning oil, or are they too far away?
It's only one guy.
Is he in range?
He's getting there. So you right as you throw, if you time it about where he's going to be, he'll probably
Okay, let's do that. Let's throw some burning oil at him.
Okay.
Rolled a 19.
Oh my goodness!
Give
What
me-
kind of rolls are we getting today?
Well, I had
Jeez.
ones last week too.
Yeah.
Me and JR were not rolling well last week.
Give me damage.
What's the damage on those oil
2d6.
flasks?
Yep.
2d6.
Is the damage lingering at all? Like if it catches him on fire?
So yeah, if he gets covered by the oil, every round he takes more damage.
That would be nice.
And what'd you get, J Mac?
8.
8. Okay. He's 8. All right. The fire bursts in front of him, splashing in the oil. The oil hits him in spots. So now you have this like giant tree dude just running like barreling down on
he's
you.
now a
On
torch.
fire.
And now he's on fire.
I've seen this somewhere before. Something about an int and being caught on fire.
Yeah, a little
Smokey
bit.
the Bear says only you can prevent forest fires.
Wilbur, hit me. What do you got?
I'm doing the flask treatment. So.
All right. He's not with it because you're kind of like on
Okay,
the backside
right.
of the castle.
So I'll hold my I'll hold my action until he gets closer.
Right on. All right. That brings us to Lieutenant Rick James.
All right, I'm going to back up towards where Espinosa is preparing to receive the charge, and I'll stand there with him with my pistol out looking heroic.
All right. All right. You're looking heroic. That brings us back to Archangel.
So my weapon designation is a Mark 18/320. Is that 320
that's-
what I think it is, or is that just a designator?
No, that's the 320.
Neat. I'm going to send one of those at him.
All right. Hit me.
And that's just normal weapon stat roll?
Yep.
Okay.
What kind? Just a frag?
No, obviously an incendiary.
Yeah.
Come on, Walt. 17 on the
phosphorus
roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the 320 on the pistol grip. So
Okay, so the standalone version.
yeah, the standalone.
So that's not my preferred weapon, but
Correct.
it is still +1, so that's 18.
All right.
So
Gives
did he
me-
send the trigger nuke?
He did not send a trigger nuke. He was close though.
Crap.
The
Phosphorus.
Yeah, the 320 is the modern version of the old 203 that used to be attached to the
Oh, the blooper. I love that.
yeah.
Yeah, a little thumper,
yeah, but
but with
now,
Picatinny rails.
yeah, now it's got rails. It loads from the side. You can mount it on its own pistol grip and stuff like
About
that.
that
Yeah,
long,
it's
something
short.
like that.
It's really easy to use. Plus, it's got a laser engagement system.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
All right. What do you got?
That is, well, I got 8 on the dice.
All right. That's that. All right. So he hits the ground. The round splits him as it goes off. It splits him in the hip. He hits the ground and is like slapping the ground and kind of like thrashing around. His lower half comes off. He peels away, and as he's peeling away, kind of like Evil Dead crawling backwards by just his arms, you see tendrils coming out of where his intestines would be. Vines and branches start coalescing. The lower half of him that was pulled away also does the same thing, and from the look of what you're getting, he's becoming 2 of these creatures.
Well, I didn't know that would happen. Okay,
That's okay. No,
don't yell at me.
That's fine. That's just more to kill.
All right, we need oil action. You know that doesn't.
We
cause-
need-
That still counts as one.
It was an incendiary
Warriors
grenade. I
now.
mean,
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do? That brings us back around to Big Benny.
Gotta toss a frag grenade if I don't hurt my buddies.
How many of those do you have left? I think
11.
11.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, what did you take a case when you left Ranger Alamo?
I took a great big sack full of them.
He's just been toting around a pillowcase with like 20 frag
I've-
grenades.
I've-
in
You
it.
see why I've been hanging back away from you.
I figured they'd come in useful.
Well, yep. Although some of your friends would disagree with you.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a roll. Just let me
Okay.
know if you don't hit his AC.
And so that I'd have to have a 17 or higher?
No. Because you have what's your it should be on the front of your sheet.
Yeah,
it
it's
says
15.
BAB.
Mm-hmm.
What's that number? Is it plus
15.
No. Your base attack
No.
bonus.
Oh, okay. +2.
Oh yeah. And you got a 15.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you hit him. Yep.
Okay, good. So is that 2d6 or 3d6? What do you
It's
want?
a frag grenade, right?
Yep.
3d6.
Okay, that'll be nice.
And they're gonna have to
And he gets a 3.
save for half damage.
I know
No,
that'll be
he
great too.
rolls like 15s on these.
Canadian Ancient Gamer put a big kapow in the
Yeah,
feed.
12 and 4, 16.
Oof.
Yeah, like I said.
Oof. Both halves get blown off the ground as a
Oh,
big
I love that
smoke
so
and
much.
dirt and fragmentation just send them in both directions. The leg part stops moving, but the upper part of him grows its legs, and he looks like he's still up and at it. Lieutenant Mike.
I will. Well, is it in range of my spear?
Yes, sir. You'll be able to stab him.
Okay. I'll start. Okay. 18, 20 total.
All right, give me some damage.
4.
4. That's fantastic. All right, so you stab him right in the chest. The spear. You still have the spear activated?
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's 4 for you. All right, so you stab him in the chest. It punctures right through him, blowing out plant matter and branches on the other side. And the spear has kind of like tines, so you kind of have him pinned where he is. He like screams something unintelligible. You really can't hear it in the or can't translate it. The machine that you guys use aren't really doing anything to it or trying to translate it. It brings us to JMac.
Seeing the action from the 320 and realizing, oh, I got one of those too. I want to use mine as well.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yours, I believe,
Remember-
is attached to your rifle.
Yeah.
Let's try not to kill Lieutenant Mike.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say because he's like in spear range.
Well,
Yeah.
there's two targets, right?
No, just
No,
one.
Benny's grenade took out the lower half.
No worries, I got this.
Yeah, and no reason to promote me for that, by the way, LG. Just thought I'd bring
Yeah,
that
I
up.
rolled a
Wait, what
14.
more do you want?
All right, so just so that you know, right, if you're gonna blow this into him, right, the other lieutenant is standing right next to him.
The other lieutenant?
Yeah, so CJ, his character just speared the dude, so he's like
Okay.
connected to him.
This isn't a frag. This is one of the incendiary rounds.
All right.
I don't think that's much better.
I think he's good. He's got a magical spear.
It doesn't explode.
All right, so what did you get? A 14?
14.
All right, and I believe that one, because of the laser engagement system, makes his AC. Go ahead and give me damage.
What is that a 2d6 or
Yeah,
a
it's
3?
2d6.
Really?
2d6 explosive. Yeah.
No
7.
pluses on the wood?
Well, he wouldn't know that.
Okay.
So yeah, it goes off. CJ and JR, give me a saving throw
Okay, so we're gonna
You guys are fine.
to avoid getting caught in this.
I made mine.
JR.
So,
I love how he
How
like
are
clears
we-
his throat first. We have to be official.
You remember how I just got to use my arm again?
yeah, I got it.
What'd you get?
Number 1. Sorry,
A 1. Oh, man.
You got a 1?
I did.
Oh.
I'm burning these dice and getting new ones.
Dude, I'm gonna send you a set because, good lord.
Oh my god. All right, so JR, what was the damage that you took, JMac?
7.
All right, so you take 7.
It's not a big Benny frag grenade. I don't do damage like that.
And the incendiary, like all of the blast of time for JR to reroll a character. PC death in 3, 2, 1. Captain Gilgosh is saying.
Yeah, really.
He just never has to shave again. In his
So
life.
yeah, you're covered on one side in like burning material.
Burning white phosphorus, that's fun.
Yeah, and so you take that 7 initially, We'll talk later. That brings us to Wilbur.
And I scream like a little girl, of course, because as you do when you're lit on fire by your own team.
Is it on the same side as his
Some-
damaged arm was?
Yes, something
Outstanding.
tells me that Big Benny is going to be in charge soon.
It's okay. We'll find random potions.
No, we're promoting an NPC, man.
All right. Well,
The Savage and Burns.
since everybody's around the character, it's actually, am I within melee range where I could activate Hebrew Hammer and just pound on the guy?
You'd have to climb down because you
Right.
were on the roof with the elf girl.
Right. So
Knight of Barsoom is saying, "Stop whining, Jr."
Just drank another green potion, dude.
Yeah, really.
actually, that might be an answer.
It healed his arm.
Yeah. So I'll run down into the courtyard, and if I have enough oomph,
It'll take you all that action just to get down there.
that's what I figured. All right.
All right, Jr.
Does it still have a head, by the way?
It does have a head, and it has
Okay.
resprouted its legs.
And no,
Okay.
you
Alright, I'm
can't have its
drinking-
head.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I am drinking one of the green potions at the wonderful advice of Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer,
Mm.
and I'm
Alright.
down in one of the green vials.
Was it Big Benny who had those?
No, we
I-
split them up
We
among
did.
everybody.
We distributed. Yeah, we put them.
Okay.
Up. Everybody had some.
Okay, so you're gonna drink that potion.
We all drank one and just beat the crap out of him. It's just a tree fight. The elf was like, "What is happening?"
actually, I'm injured too. It might be a reasonable thing to do.
All right, Villanueva.
Well,
I love,
since
I love,
everybody's,
by the way, how you got promoted on your.
what do you mean?
Yeah, it
That's
must be
always been
nice.
there. That's always been there.
Just doing its job, and he gets promoted.
Hey, tech sergeant's got a tech, okay?
Go ahead.
Just wrong.
Since they're close to him, and I'm how high off the ground am I? Like, how
about
elevated?
25, 30 feet.
So I could shoot straight down, pretty much.
Yeah. Plus, with the optics and your training, it's very unlikely you're going to hit one of these guys, unless
Cool.
it gets weird.
Yeah, stranger things. I'm gonna take a shot with that big old cannon I carry.
Gotcha.
Ooh, 19 with the +2.
Nice.
Give me some damage.
Kate,
I love that
8.
you know that her name is Kate.
Yeah.
All right. So the round blows through his upper torso, out one of his legs, putting him on one of his knees. There's a huge, like a splash of fiery material that hits the ground. In addition to that, you're basically just spreading this dude who's already on fire and stabbed through with a spear all over the place.
there's a splash of fiery material
Poor
that once
guy.
again hits JR. Come on!
Come on! So for now, his turn. He attempts. Let's see. So CJ, give me a saving throw.
Alright. 18.
All right. Yeah. So saving. Yeah. You made it.
Yeah.
He tries to. Excuse me. Kind of haul you off your feet with the spear to try and dislodge himself. When that doesn't work, he reaches down to grab one of the dead wolfmen, and he's going to try and hit you with one of his buddies, basically.
Okay.
That's irritating.
It's inventive.
He gets a natural 20.
Ouch.
That's gonna hit AC 7.
He swings the guy into you, and it breaks your left leg.
No.
So you take 6 points of damage and hit the deck as you're no longer able to stand. But you still have hold of the spear.
There's gonna be a lot of trees walking around this compound in a minute.
Take your green juice.
Yep.
That takes us to Big Benny.
Okay, so Can I shoot straight down and not hit anybody?
Yes, with your skill, you're pretty confident you can hit him, especially due to his size.
Okay.
I bet Crowley said that too.
Yeah, really.
No, I was good. I didn't hit
LT.
anyone of importance.
LT sounds salty.
Jr.
Yeah.
You take another 4 points of damage.
That's the pits. Sorry, buddy.
I'm dead.
Not
That's
for-
11.
What are you down to?
That sets me at 11. That's my max. I'm at 11 hit points. That's
All right, so that's 0. That's not dead. So
Okay.
we'll get to you in a minute.
We can toss a green potion down your throat. Let's see what happens. But I did a total of 9 points of damage to the guy.
All right, so you what do you call it? Run your arm through the strap, tighten your rifle nice and tight against the thing, pull the trigger, and blow a round right through his face. He gets that creaking wood sound as he falls over,
no.
burning.
I've ruined his head. Dang it.
So he's wrecked and burning in the courtyard. Lieutenant Mike is down with a broken leg. You can see the bone of his femur sticking out.
Oh, boy.
He's bleeding into the dirt. Lieutenant Rick James is down and on fire. What do you guys do?
Does
green
Benny take
potion.
trophies?
What's
I'm
that?
drinking a green potion.
All right, so
Does
Mike,
Benny take trophies? Not
Yes.
from JR, but
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it till Benny is saved or till JR is saved. But yeah, I'm taking trophies. That head is mine.
all right, so
But we gotta put him out. We gotta. I mean, is there dust in the courtyard
Yeah,
or?
it's dirty. There's enough dirt and dust and sawdust and
Okay.
stuff. So you guys watch as once you put that round through his skull, he all of the branches and stuff like that fall away and wither out, and he returns back to like a normal person.
That's a happy.
And Mike, you take one of the green potions.
Yeah.
And that same happens, but in reverse. The leaves and branches wrap around you and turn you into this big giant tree dude. Meanwhile, JR is still burning.
We're gonna pour a potion down JR's throat.
You gonna put him out first?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if we have to.
I see no reason to put him out. We're putting a potion on JR's throat.
Now he's a flaming tree man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sold.
Oh my god!
I kicked some dust on all over him.
How kind.
Yeah, at least
So all three of their officers were taken out. I sense an uprising coming.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're lucky I'm a good guy is all I got to say.
So they pour the potion down your throat, and once again the same thing happens as you as before, and you wake up in that tree form there, JR.
Again.
Am I still on fire?
No, they put you out, but there is that massive tree dude that you guys were fighting is standing right over you with a plate carrier and Lieutenant Mike's spear.
I thought so. He's not dead.
No. You were unconscious when we killed him, remember? So your
Yeah.
character, all he sees is getting killed or getting knocked out and then coming back as a tree person with another tree person standing over you, dressed as the other LT.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm with you.
So you don't have to promote me because I brought you back to life. But you should.
he didn't want to put you out, by the way.
He's going to be a colonel by the end of the day if he keeps it up.
No,
That'd be
I'm just
good.
reminding Benny didn't want to not have you on fire.
So JR, as you're startled by looking into the face of the enemy, you also realize that the other Dagger team members, as well as your fellow aircrew member, is staring down at you, and they don't seem bothered by the green armored giant next to you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's gonna let me relax some because I know what the potion does.
And,
So-
I call out to, hey, Espinosa, lift JR up or lift Rick James up and see, let's see if he's okay.
Yeah, have him up.
Yeah.
I
And
look
then,
over at the other. Oh, sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just make sure that all the fires are out.
All right.
I look over at the other tower, at the other dagger guys, and say, "See that? See that cluster down there? That's why I'm a sniper. They all got messed up."
Isn't that the truth?
All right. So,
All right.
yeah. So he's down, and you guys are standing in the courtyard amid wreck and ruin. The excuse me. The your friend, the elven archer, climbs down with you, and she walks up and says, "I don't know which of you is in charge now that you're all trees."
Well,
That's
I'm not a
a-
tree, and I
I'm not
find
a
you
tree.
attractive. So let's go talk and have lunch.
She goes, "I don't think lunch means what you think it means there, pal. No."
Dang it!
I asked the elf if he knows of any of the red potions around because I'm still feeling a little under the weather.
Just become tree.
Yeah.
You're good.
I could.
I am Boop.
I'm hung up on calling her an archer. Like I don't think we've seen her prowess with a bow. She had ample opportunity there.
Oh, she's carrying a bow and a quiver of arrows. You just
So it's just for show.
it could be you haven't seen what she's been doing while you guys were inside the fort.
Okay.
So she might just use it as a deterrent to say, "Hey, I'm tough. Don't mess with me," or she might actually be an archer. She says, "Is the fort clear?"
Yes.
It is clear. We need to report back to the other rangers.
She says, "Are you going back to the Broken Teeth, or are you going back down south?"
What's
We've
the
got
broken teeth? Is that the boat?
The Broken Teeth is where it's a series of islands way up north where very Arctic conditions and stuff like that. It's where the Rangers have their fort.
All
I
right.
think we're gonna resupply, and then we're gonna take this nice little boat we acquired, and we're gonna do what we got to do. That's what the captain planned. He's there getting it ready. So we're
Yep.
gonna go get our perpetual taco machine.
That's right.
She says that boat will only be able to go so far north before you have to go out to sea because of the nature of the ice. A lot of it is hemmed in, and this boat doesn't have an icebreaker.
We have explosives.
That we don't want to use.
Is she going to call in air support to get us a ride there and back?
She's like, "They did that once for you and blew a whole ton of fuel that they can't replace right now." She's like, "No, you're gonna ride back." She says, "All right, I can call ahead and get them to meet you. We'll link up with the captain down below, and we'll find out what we want to do with this boat." And we'll discover all that and more next week when we have sci-fi writers playing old school D&D, and hopefully nobody is going to get turned into anything else. And JR will keep all his limbs intact this time.
Dun 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 dun.
I mean, they tried to frag me. That makes me a good LT, right?
I don't think that means the same thing. That you think it means.
Exactly right.
We want to thank everybody for coming out and dealing with the technological issues we were having in the beginning. But yeah, we'll try and troubleshoot and fix this for next week, and we'll put this together because we recorded it natively on my end and make it nice so everybody can watch. Thanks again. We'll catch you next time.